Good morning, welcome to Dressing Table Diaries. I'm Katie, and today I'm going to talk about toilet training. Last night my little girl slept in pants instead of a nappy for the very first time. She's been day trained for, I think I started April time. I have a feeling it was about March time. It was March time because she had chicken pox around my birthday, and that's when I had started. So yeah, March. So she's been potty trained or toilet trained. She didn't use a potty for a good few months, but I was never brave enough to do night time. And also I just thought I don't really want to make a big thing out of it and then her wet in the night. So we just have been putting pull-ups, reusable pull-ups I have to say, on at night time. And she's always dry. I think in the whole, March, April, May, June, July, so 3 or 4 months that she's been dry in the day, she, I think only maybe twice has been wet in the night, and generally that's been when she's been poorly, so you know, that's good going. And I don't know what made me do it yesterday. I just thought we'll just give it a go. And you know, as usual she was dry, but you know, we're able to make a big fuss out of her, and she's really chuffed with herself. But yeah, I don't really know how I feel. I feel a little bit, I don't feel sad for the nappies. Obviously she hasn't had nappies in the day for such a long time now, but that means she's really not a baby anymore. I mean, she is. She's not even 3, but you know, she doesn't have bottles. She doesn't have nappies, and they're the sort of things that make a baby. So I don't know. It's a bit sad. She's so grown up anyway, and now she doesn't even need nappies at any point. So yeah, just don't know. I've still got another one in nappies for at least another 2 years, so I'm sure I'll get over it quickly. But yeah, I just thought I would talk today about potty training in general, because yesterday I was talking to some friends, and one of them was saying that her sister-in-law, her baby is 5 months old, and they're potty training now. And I just thought, oh my goodness. And I have heard of it, and I said to her, you know, I've heard that in out in the east, that is common. You know, my husband's friend is from Pakistan, and his child was potty trained at 5 months, and I actually think it's amazing. I mean, a 5-month-old, I remember he said that she couldn't even crawl or talk, obviously, but could communicate. And apparently someone said that in America you call it communicate and eliminate. And I do think it is completely amazing for, you know, that they are that clever. I know that babies can do sign language, you know, milk, and well, that's pretty much all I know. Thank you. But to be able to communicate something that hasn't happened yet, I just think that is amazing. But the thing is I, you know, the way it worked with my husband's friend's family is they have a massive family. So I have to just say, I do have a towel on. I'm not just sitting here with no clothes on. Yeah, you know, they have a massive family, and somebody is always with that baby, so that they learn the cues for a number 2, and you know, they just constantly have support, a whole network of family. But she was saying her sister-in-law, it's just her husband works away, he's not even there in the evening. So to me, I just think she must be crazy, because the amount of hard work and dedication, it takes hard work just doing potty training with a toddler, let alone a 5-month-old. So yeah, good luck to her, and I will look forward to hearing how she gets on. But I just think if you've got no support, but then if I don't know if she's got any other children, so if it's just the 2 of them, she will get no housework done, nothing else done if she's on that all the time. I don't know how long the process is. If you know anything about Communicate, Eliminate, and how long it takes for a 5-6-month-old to do it, then let me know, because it is interesting. I just know it was easier to be in nappies, to be honest, especially having... Well, I didn't have 2 at the time, I guess. I could have done it when she was 5 months old, but, you know, I would never have got anything done, wouldn't have left the house. So yeah, so that's one approach. I know other people have done it. I know someone who started at age 1, and I just think it's too early. You know, they should be happily playing, and not having to worry about, do I need the toilet, or am I going to get interrupted in a minute to go to the toilet? I'm not even doing my face. Oh dear, what am I doing today? Nothing. Good. So yeah, I mean, I remember you know, seeing this little girl be happily playing, and you know, just constantly her mum was on her, you know, do you need a wee, do you need a wee? And I just would sit there and think, but she's a baby, let her just play. She's busy exploring the bricks, or, you know, she shouldn't have to be thinking about that. You know, what does it really matter? And I'm not entirely sure that she's trained now, and she's nearly 3, so started all that early, and you've been doing it a year and a half. So, you know, we waited, because I was in no rush. I'd just had there's 2 years and 3 months between my 2, so they say sort of the summer of their 2nd birthday. So this summer now is the summer of her 2nd birthday, because she's an autumn-winter baby, really. So I just thought, well, there's no rush. I'm in no rush. I've got a newborn baby. The last thing I need is to be toilet training somebody. So I just didn't even think about it. Just had her in nappies. And then around March time, every time she would do anything, it wasn't just a number 2, it was number 1s as well, she would come to me and say, I want changing. And I just thought, you know, if you're... Because she always wanted changing after a number 2 for the longest time. But, you know, suddenly it was everything. So I just thought one day, right, you know, enough's enough. I'm not changing every 10 minutes. So I just, you know, I said to her, do you want to sit on the potty to try, or would you rather the toilet? And she wanted to be like me, so she went straight on the toilet. I got one of those little toilet seat things, which my mum was like, what a waste of money. And yeah, we didn't use it for all that long, because now she can she just holds herself on the toilet, although she doesn't wipe herself yet, so it might come in handy when she needs to, otherwise she'll fall down if she lets go of one hand. But yeah, so just got her a little seat to sit on in the beginning, and I just, there was an app for everything, isn't there? There was an app that you just put in, you know, how frequently you wanted an alarm, and so I think I started off at every 20 minutes. It was the longest day, every 20 minutes an alarm going off. Do you need the toilet? Let's go and try. And quite quickly I realised she didn't need every 20 minutes. Why would, I mean, who goes to the toilet every 20 minutes? But obviously you're trying to catch them at one of those stages, I see that, but she was fine. So I went up to 40 minutes, and generally every 40 minutes she would do a little bit. And then we just gradually increased it until I think about a week, and then suddenly she just was able to tell me. Then she got chicken pox, and just accidents all the time. She was no frame of mind to be doing it, and so I didn't want her to be having that disappointment, so I just said, right, we'll just put you back in nappies and you let me know when you're ready again. And so yeah, for a couple of weeks she was back in nappies, and then suddenly she started, you know, even though she had the nappy on, she would say, I need the toilet, and that's it since then. So she had a little blip in the beginning, and since then she's been completely dry. I think we've had one accident, but she had been out for a long time, and I think she's a bit funny about using public loos, which, to be honest, so am I. I don't like public loos. Or to be honest, I don't even like other people's loos. So yeah. So yeah, that was it really. We had trouble with going for a number 2. She was afraid, I would say. I think that's the only word I can use to describe it. She was properly afraid. I think when you're doing a wee, there's no trauma to it. It just sort of comes out and you're done. Whereas with the number 2, I don't know, it's sort of like it's coming, and it's sort of like that, and that it potentially, I suppose, could hurt her. I don't know. I can't. It doesn't hurt me. But you don't know if you're not. I don't know. I don't know what her feelings were, but you could see, and she'd say, I need the poo, mummy," and so we'd bring her upstairs, put her on the toilet, and she'd she'd do a wee, and then you'd see the panic, and she'd be like, I don't need to poo. I don't need to poo. I don't want to. And you're like, no, you are staying on the toilet. Because a couple of times I thought, oh, maybe she's changed her mind. And then, yeah, we'd have an accident. So in the end, I had to be really firm, and I almost felt mean because she was. I want to get off. And I thought, no, you've got to, you are staying on that toilet until you've done a poo. And we had to use a bit of bribery, really. We had a little tub of mini eggs, and every time she did number 2, she would get 2 mini eggs. And she liked that idea, and after a couple of weeks of doing that, she got a reward for doing it, so she didn't mind doing it. Yeah, and that was it really. And now she's quite pleased with herself. She lets me know how many she's done, and yeah, how big or whatever. She's quite disgusting, actually. So the whole process that, being dry wee wise was besides the blip, was a couple of weeks. Number 2 wise, we were sorted with probably within a month. She was comfortable doing that. We did try doing a reward chart for her for the whole process, but it sort of detracted from the process. She was more, she was starting to want to go to the toilet just to get a sticker. So in the end, I just sort of forgot to give, and then eventually it disappeared. But it was a motivator in the beginning when she was like, I don't want to go, but as soon as it became she was going because of the sticker, then I had to stop that. So she's been dry now for a good few months. The only thing I will say is she's got a real problem with going with other people. She'll only go for me. Even her own dad, she just won't. She'll have a fit, she'll refuse to go, and that she'll say to me, "Mummy, I need a toilet," And if I'm busy doing something, I say, oh, Daddy will take you. And no, I don't want to go. And he'll take her up anyway. And she'll sit there and she will not do, to the point that in the end I do have to stop feeding the baby or whatever, go up. And as soon as I enter the bathroom, she'll do, which is really annoying, because I don't know what to do to stop that. I mean, she will do, if it's his, because we take turns putting each of them to bed. So if it's a night that it's his turn to take her to bed, then she'll happily do a bedtime wee. It just seems to be, if it's just, you know, in the day, she won't do for him. And the thing is, I'm going away at the end of July. I'm going on a hen do for the weekend, and I don't know what's going to happen. She's just going to have to not wee the whole time. And also for baby as well, she doesn't go to sleep for anyone but me, so he's going to have the most horrendous time while I'm busy sipping cocktails in Brighton. But yeah, so toilet training, for me, the top tips were just wait. There is no rush. You know, they're babies for such a short amount of time. Why does it matter if they're in nappies or not? So wait for, the first signs for us was hiding for a number 2. So I knew she was starting, she knew she was going to go and do that. And even then I didn't rush it or anything. I didn't pressurise her to try. I waited for her to come to me to say, I want changing. And the more regularly that she wanted changing, I just thought, no, she is not comfortable sitting in that anymore. And, you know, it doesn't matter how old they are. I know some people, you know, their child's 3 and still isn't. It really doesn't matter. As long as by the time they start school, you know, and that's 4. So you've got 4 years of them being a baby, and then they've gone to school forever, and, you know, they're not a baby anymore. So, you know, yes, it might be annoying buying all these nappies or whatever. Use reusables, then they don't cost you money. So yeah, just wait for them to not be comfortable in it anymore, and then when they do, you know, just make light of it. You know, just if they have an accident, it really doesn't matter, because it really doesn't matter, you know, in the scheme of things. It really doesn't matter. You know, it's nothing to get annoyed about. It's not their fault. They're learning. They've never done this before. So just, you know, not make it fun. It's not a fun thing, but just, you know, make light of it. And if they have an accident, oh well, we'll try again tomorrow. You know. Buy pants. They love buying pants. She's got a Hello Kitty and Minnie Mouse pants. That was exciting. She didn't want to ruin her nice clean pants. So yeah, wait until they're coming to you. Don't take it too seriously. It's not that important. Treat them to things. You know, buy them. Oh, I know what I bought as well. I bought her own soap. She loves animals and sea creatures and turtles specifically, and I bought her, I think, Palmolive, I think it is, do a little aquarium soap, so it looks like it's got turtles swimming in it, like a 3D thing. And also I got her, Andrex, do a little tub of wipes, flushable wipes, and it had like rainforest creatures on it as well. So that was, you know, she got to use a nice wipe and her own soap, and, you know, her clean pants, and it was like a gift bundle. This is what you get because you're going to be a big girl now. And I just made it a special time for her. And yeah, we did rewards, you know, try that. And if it doesn't work, if you find after a week that it's just not working, then just stop. Come back again in a month's time and try again, because, you know, it won't work. If it isn't working, it's not going to work. You have to give them time off, let them be babies still, and come back in a month's time. So on my blog, actually, there is a really good, I had a guest post from Parenting and Co, and they did a good post on top 5 tips for potty training. So if you want to have a little search for that on my blog, I might put the link below actually if you're interested. But yeah, just it will happen. They're not going to be 7 and still in nappies. So you know, it's not that big a deal to do it. You know, I think people feel pressure from other mums. Oh, my child's already toilet trained. I specifically consciously made an effort not to put on Facebook, oh, isn't she amazing? I have got friends who have put it on there. And I think if I hadn't have already had her potty trained, I might have been a bit like, oh, maybe I should start. But I've already started and done that, so I'm like, oh. But yeah, I didn't put anything on there because I thought I don't want people thinking, oh, you know, maybe I should be doing, because you do it when your child's ready, not when somebody else's child is ready. So, God, I'm going on, aren't I? Sorry. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. My experience with it. Oh yeah, I still haven't recovered from the weekend. I'm complete lightweight and can't cope with being up late. Well, I didn't even go to bed early last night. I was up until about 11, just fiddling with my blog, to be honest with you. I can't even tell you what I did. I was just tweaking bits here and there. Doesn't look any different, so if you go and look, it wouldn't look any different. But I was just trying to catch up with a few bits. My husband went to watch the semi-finals of the World Cup. I think Germany, Brazil. Brazil lost 7-1. That's a bit embarrassing for the host nation, isn't it? But yeah, so while he was out, I thought, I'll take that opportunity to do stuff, because he's always moaning I'm on it when he's in. So, and today it's a lovely day. So, well, clouding over a little bit, but we bought some flowers yesterday. Bought a lovely lily and some cosmos, I think, cosmos, which is a bit like a fern, I guess. Well, not really a fern, but it's got lovely big flowers. And I got I couldn't even tell you what. I know the name of the lily. I remember cosmos because of like the cosmos, and some other pink flowers. I got no, not a wisteria, a passion flower. I've got a trellis at the back of my garden, and I'm going to grow the passion flower up the back. So yeah, we're going to plant those today, because we've completely been landscaping our garden, because it was just, well, when we first moved in, it was you know, like when you go to a park or a playground and they have like the spongy stuff under the swings and the slide, like it's not tarmac but it's spongy matting. That was all in the back garden, because they'd had children living here and everything, but we ripped it all up, and it was, you know, just concrete underneath, so I just smashed that all up and just laid it to lawn. But it's just been a square of grass since then, and I just, you know, you looked out on it and it was just a space, and I wanted it to be a garden. So there was a big tree in the corner, we've cut that down, and we're using the stump and some of the logs to make a little seating area for the girls, and that's where the trellis is, so that'll be a pretty corner of the garden. And then I've put borders down each side. My husband wasn't happy because he knows that I kill most things and don't weed, so he didn't want any borders, but I insisted and got my own way. So got borders each side, that's where all the flowers we bought yesterday are going, and some pots, and also one of the tree stumps, which probably will never ever happen because he's in charge. He's going to do it, which means it'll probably never happen. But we've kept one of the taller logs from the tree trunk. And I saw this amazing thing on Pinterest. If you go onto my Pinterest, you'll see a picture of it. I'm what Katie said 03. And if you go on there, you can see under, I think it's Transform Your Garden is the board it's on. It's you carve into it a door and windows, and somehow make a roof. I haven't thought that far ahead how we're going to make a roof. And it's a little, like a fairy tree house. And I just thought, I want it to be a children's garden. So it's got, like, I didn't choose the flowers, she chose the flowers because, it's for her and for baby as well, but she can't talk, so she couldn't choose the flowers. So I let her choose the flowers, and I just, I want it to be a child-friendly, beautiful garden with lots of colour and just a happy place to be, because they both love being in the garden, even at an early age. Babies showing interest in being in the garden, so they both love it. So I'm glad, because it's better to be outside than watching telly. So that's all we're doing today. We're just actually, tell a lie, I'm going to see the dietitian at 12, because if you've been on my blog, you'll know that my little girlie is dairy free. She has a complete allergy to dairy. So yeah, I'll maybe talk about that tomorrow, how we get on at the dietitian, because weaning is upon us, and I don't know what to do if she's ever going to be able to have dairy. So yeah, we're planting flowers. I'm going to the dietitian, and I'll let you know how we get on tomorrow. So have a lovely day, whatever you do. I hope it's sunny where you are, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.